thing.
By the way, when you're streaming this Discord page, my name got to the right direction the last time. I hope that's the same this time.
What do you mean? You're in the middle right now. You're at top middle.
Yeah, but you see my name, it's backwards, right?
No,
I see it as red straight.
Oh, it's proper. It's proper.
Yeah, it's proper.
Oh, lol. For me, it's backwards.
Because you're using OBS virtual camera, I think, and it mirrors the display versus the input.
Yeah, it's probably that.
Oh, hold on. Fuck. I gotta link it now. Because I couldn't link it before. Alright, well, just go ahead and do your intros. I'll be doing this in the background. So, Rolufe, go ahead and start. Just tell everybody who you are real quick.
Oh, are we actually live?
Yeah, we're live. Yeah.
Alright, I'm just a random dude from Imperial Dreams. And an old-time player.
Because I couldn't link it before.
This is Aku, founder of RPK. Played Mortal Line 1 for the decade. Was out. Under my main character was named Svai, but I'll be Aku in MO2.
Hayasa, I'm the original spy that infiltrated RPK all the way to the very top. Almost got the Guildstone, but you know, spies fail in the end. But yeah, been with them ever since.
Quick Valeen, Viknuss, someone?
Yeah, Viknuss, leader of the Legion. Best fucking guild in Mortal Online 2.
Hi, I'm Valeen. I'm from Dreadlords.
Hey, Quick.
I'm Quick. I am a member of 7.
Okay. Dope. Well, thank you guys all for being here. Viknuss coming on last minute as well. That was I didn't expect that. I just went on his stream. He asked to come on, and I thought it'd be hilarious. So thank you, Viknuss, for coming on.
No problem.
So I know Viknuss has some questions for RPK. Do we want to jump into that, or I know Aku wanted to talk mounted balance with you. Whatever you guys would like to discuss first.
Balance first.
Okay. Yeah. So Aku, what do you? I mean, I don't know if you had some insight on that, or if you wanted to hear what Viknuss had to say about it first, or.
I basically, I know that when I'm perusing the MO Discord, I see that Viknuss has a lot of dissatisfaction with Starvault's mounted combat system, and I wanted to hear his opinion on what has Starvault done right with mounted in MO2, and what they haven't done right, and how he would like that changed.
Alright, so let's start with what Starvault's done right for mounted in Mortal Online 2. Fucking nothing, dude. Nothing is right for mounted in Mortal Online 2. Sure, they have the armor weight. You can't go over your armor weight, you get dismounted. Sure, you can't go over your weapon weight. You go over your weapon weight, you get a debuff, you can't use the weapon on a mount. That's a little bit fucky right now because people are using overweight axes and doing weird damage. I can tell you it's not working as intended, it's going to get patched out. Additionally, they make you spend 100 primary points for a weapon skill that you can only use on mount, the lance, and I'm only hitting people for fucking 30s and 40s and 50s and maybe 60s. If they're naked, I can hit them for over 100. You know, I'll keep that. But if they're wearing fucking terrible ass bone tissue guard fur fucking trash armor, dude, and I hit you with a tongue steel lance and I'm hitting you for 40s, and you're telling me that's balanced, I'm gonna call you a fucking idiot, dude. That's not balanced at all. You got OP classes out there like the Fat Mage and the Mounted Archer who are hitting you for fucking 80 weak spots to the heads and 80 damage unblockable flame strikes. And then you have the MC, dude. If you're playing an MC right now, a Lance MC, you're fucking trolling your team. Everybody's asking you to re-roll. That shit is not dope. It's not effective. It's not where it needs to be.
Would you say they did it right with making your mount separate now, so you can like heal it and stuff, or what? While you're riding?
I can't heal my own moves.
Well, it's because
I can't heal it.
You're not, a hybrid or a mage. But
Yeah, I mean,
that
I
is
shouldn't have to
different from
play a
the one,
hybrid
though.
character to be an
I'm saying-
effective mounted. You know what I mean?
yeah, but mounted are also, mages and whatnot. And that's in the mounted system. They've changed from MO1.
I think being able to heal while mounted is a bit overpowered.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think a fat mage should be able to ride and heal his own horse. In MO1, if you got a fat mage low, he had to disengage, he had to go heal his fucking mount somewhere else, and you had the opportunity to track him down and finish his horse and finish that mage. You don't get that now. They can just ride in a fucking straight line and out heal all your damage, no problem.
And also, I feel
Well,
that,
that's not true, but
but also,
Tumor does it every fucking day, dude. I know you say it's hard to do, it's impossible.
I haven't
There's
seen a video yet.
After video after video. Of him
Where?
is 1v1.
Where are these videos? Yeah. Leak me a video.
Unfortunately, he makes all his videos private. But I promise you, I'm not just making shit up here, dude. This guy fucking shits on inmates as a fat mage.
Watch it live.
Well, who are the MAs? Can we have that information?
Sure, dude. Fucking Kodo, fucking whoever else.
The damage.
We fight everybody, dude. There's plenty of fucking inmates out there, and Tumor's out there killing them, dude.
Okay.
What would you think that, like damage-wise, what would you think that you would need to see happen to, like, at least Lancing in general to make it more competitive? Like,
So
where's that threshold?
I look at things objectively, in that, you know, how they perform traditionally. And I'm not saying I want to one-shot you with the lance, but if you look traditionally, if a fucking mounted heavy cavalry individual ran at a foot soldier, unprepared foot soldier, you know, he's not in a pipeline, he's not in a braced stance or anything like that, and he hits him with that fucking lance, he's putting a hole in that guy, and that guy's fucking dead. That's just how it functions. Now, I'm not even asking for that. I'm asking for accurate damage representation with the material that I'm using versus the material I'm fighting against. Guard fur, bone tissue, dude. Can we agree that that is the worst heavy armor that you can wear in the game right now? It's the worst material you can make heavy armor out of. Do we agree on that? So then why the fuck is my in-game best-in-slot lance only hitting you for 30 and 40 damage? 4th speed, 600 speed plus, perfectly couched lance hit in the head. I'm getting 40 damage out of that. Does that make sense to anybody?
Is it possible that maybe velocity damage is bugged?
Velocity damage isn't getting calculated properly. In MO1, if I hit you 2nd speed with an axe versus hitting you 4th speed with an axe, my damage is practically doubled. In MO2, I'm lucky to get, 10, 15 more fucking damage out of it. Additionally, a Vila hits for the same damage that I hit for as a maximum size Thursar Callard with growth food, 34% damage bonus, and we hit for the same damage. Where's my fucking damage bonus? What's the point of making a max size Thursar Callard as a mounted combat if I'm not going to get my damage bonus? I could just play a fucking Vila, hit for the same trash tier damage, and then whenever I get dismounted and I'm on foot, I can run circles around everybody else. It makes no fucking sense the way they've implemented this class right now.
Yeah, I can agree that that is that the damage bonus is not getting factored in to your damage mounted, which seems a little odd. Doesn't seem right.
I am against one-shotting players if they're actually armored, but you should be able to one-shot it naked if you're going full speed at the dude. And also, I do support that if two horses are coming at each other dead on, and if you have a lance, especially since MO2 horses don't have a lot of HP compared to the super horses of late game of MO1, you should one-shot that horse, especially when you're going right at each other, you know? There should be massive velocity damage.
So it should be calculating both velocities towards the damage is what you're saying.
Yeah, I know, I haven't played Mountain Blade Bannerlord, but Mountain Blade Warband did that.
I mean, it functions like that in MO2. If you're riding 4th speed at somebody and he's riding 4th speed at you, you get a little bit higher damage at the top end. If you both land your hits perfectly. But again, I believe in, objective implementation. A piercing lance should be designed to do damage. A blunt lance should be designed to dismount. Neither of them do what they're supposed to do. God forbid you make a fucking blunt lance right now, because you're going to be hitting worse for the damage you would hit with a pierced lance. Less than fucking 30. And you have 0 dismount chance. Even if you hit a horse for like 70 damage, that guy's not getting dismounted, with or without balance.
So
they implemented both of them terribly, and all I ask is that they fucking look at them and give them the accurate representation of the damage they're supposed to do.
Yeah, so basically what you're saying, let me know if I'm correct or not. They do have velocity damage, but the actual number calculations, on the coding end, isn't giving a proper damage increase from the velocity as it should be.
Yeah, it's all scuffed.
Yeah, it sounds like the base damage is just extremely low. Is what it sounds like.
Excuse me.
What's the pierce on that tungsteel lance? Isn't it 48 or something?
48, 49.
And a copper one's like 41. Doesn't make any sense. Like,
Well, I mean, here's the thing.
I think pierce
And I-
values are messed up all across the board.
I kind of understand why Viknuss is upset about the lancing in particular. The like risk versus reward of it is just trash. I think lancing is more of a high risk gameplay, especially if you're in a group. Because if you turn and you hit your teammate's fucking mount, you could hit it for heavy damage. And I think that's where I guess the balance would be, in particular to lances, and why they probably should get a buff. You run around lancing everybody, you lance your teammate, you could 2-hit their horse. At least in MO1 that was the case.
When in MO1, when lances first came out, I think you were able to even one-shot horses, and it was dangerous, like you were saying, Quick, of teammates, of the risk of them exploding your horse because of friendly fire. So,
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword for sure.
yeah, I felt it was balanced, and then didn't they eventually nerf lances to the ground in MO1?
Yeah, they had eventually.
And then I think later on they buffed them. I forget.
I don't think they did anything to damage. I think it was just like velocity values that they were changing.
So
How
do
much you can amplify.
To play with the lances in MO1, you had to be on a Lycator, and you had to have a very high in material made lance, like an Ogmium lance. And I've lost fights against MCs with the meta builds, the Bull Horse, the Thursar Caller, the Dismount, and Damage Axe. And just taking a trade against, a Lycator lance user, that Lycator has natural resistances. You're going to, almost none of your blunt damage is going to get through. If you're using a dismount weapon, you're going to average less than 50 damage on them. If you're using a damage axe, you're going to hit them for maybe 80 or 90. A Lycator still has very high slashing resistance. And with that Ogmium lance, they're going to hit you for 120. So I've lost those fights against lance MCs towards the end of the game in MO1.
So do lances currently take huge dura hits per hit like spears, or?
They do, because you're couching, and it takes anywhere from, I don't know what determines this, anywhere from 2 to 5 durability, but they do have very high durability. You can get 658 durability out of a tungsteel flakestone lance.
And then so swinging weapons like axe swords, they don't take these dura hits.
They do take the dura hits. And you have
Even
a sword that has maybe 300 or something durability. You're taking 2 to 3 to 5 durability a hit, swing or couch.
Oh, okay, that's weird.
Also, the animations for swinging, it's not even worth it, dude. It's so fucking ridiculous. It's slow.
It's
delayed.
like a second delay. Yeah.
Yeah.
On the release.
You release a swing, and then you're already past the guy, and your fucking swing goes by.
It is pretty bad.
Raise the skill ceiling. I get it, dude. Make it harder to hit with swing weapons. Okay, what purpose does that serve? If a foot fighter can release a swing instantly, why can't I release a swing instantly?
Is that the only problems though? Like the damage bonus and the swing delay with the other weapons?
Yeah, I mean, it's a big problem, though. I mean, if you're looking at it from a perspective of you building your character for a certain objective, I guess, not being factored in with your damage bonus, that's pretty stupid. Why would you even build that character?
Did they say if the dura loss on the weapons on mounted combat is intentional, or?
I think it is because they made lances have so much.
Yeah, I would imagine it is.
But also the same thing with on the topic of mounted, of them being mountain goats. It should not be a thing. It should be like it did in the tail end of MO1, where they slowed down drastically on inclines and stuff like that. Because they shouldn't be racing up, ramps and hills and stuff. There should be some type of slowdown.
Yeah, that was a huge change.
I mean, yeah, that definitely needs to be implemented. It's not functioning that way, but I can tell you that lances and slants and grades in Mortal Online 2 are very cancerous. You have to zigzag. You have to look for that one little spot that you can get up. If you're a foot fighter running up a hill, you have a real good fucking chance of getting away from a mounted trying to chase you up that hill.
I was talking about, there's more than just lancers.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was saying if they fix all the issues, then the other stuff should be implemented. Also, along with it is unfair that you have to magic only to heal a mount. It's like, what?
I mean, eventually
Yeah,
you're gonna
it
get
shouldn't be
veterinary
that
skill.
hard to.
You could spam wolf crush or whatever.
Sorry, go ahead.
but-
Yeah, I think they should definitely remove all healing while mounted. I agree with that. I think it in all mounted aspects, especially like the tribrid build and fat mages like are a little bit too OP, especially if they end up making like veterinary like dismount to heal. I'd be fine with them taking away like all healing while mounted.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to complain about being able to do shit on a mount because it's my main play style. In an MO1, I hit dismount to do anything, but in MO2, I can use the bank while mounted, I can loot a loot bag while mounted, I can feed my horse while mounted. If they take it away, sure, I guess, it makes sense, but I'm not going to complain about it.
At least they had the foresight to not allow you to like change your horse armor while mounted. That would have been
You
a
used
big
to go
move.
through, I thought.
But they fixed it.
Yeah.
Can you stable your horse while mounted?
No.
That would be funny. Oh, Putson, I'm not sure if you got this private message, but
I know.
got a private message.
I'm not getting sneeze on here, unfortunately. I can't do it. I don't trust it.
He was asking to come on.
I understand, but he only wants to come on because Viknuss is here, so we'll just not do that. Fuck, I don't remember what I was gonna say now. All right, Ku, what do you want to talk about?
Not really sure, actually.
Okay. Hayasa, are you even here, bro? I don't think you've said a word.
He's there.
I don't have any mounted characters.
Oh, okay.
So,
Have you played MO2
Yeah,
beta at
I
all,
don't-
Hayasa?
no. I've been reading everything, been following everything, so I'm listening to what's going on. But when you guys said you can heal a horse from a mage, like a fat mage could heal the horse mounted, I'm like, that's all kinds of stupid. I don't know whose vision that was to do that.
Yeah, Technique had the video where he and Eldarvan is hunting a mage down, and it took them quite a while.
And also, the other thing is, I've been on vacation the past 6 months. I haven't touched MO2 during that time either.
Are you
But
guys
I have-
are you guys
I have
okay with
every-
bringing Sneeze on? Does anyone not want Sneeze to come on? I'll respect it if someone
It's a good
doesn't
run.
want Sneeze to come on.
Make sure he doesn't say anything that he shouldn't.
It's gonna
Well.
get toxic real quick,
I'm ready.
and I wouldn't be able to help myself.
Okay, so let's just not do it then. That's fine.
Sneeze is harmless.
He really is.
He's not gonna do anything
Sneeze
stupid.
reported me for making fun of his lisp in Mortal Online 2 Discord. Got me another warning. Fuck. Sneeze,
What?
dude.
Yeah.
I'll make
Also,
fun of
you
his
get
life.
banned off the MO Discord if you call someone fat. So
Alright.
literally, you get permabanned. You can't say the word
Part of
fat.
the
It's
game
like,
there.
what the fuck?
Can you say thick?
I don't know.
How many
Wait.
C's?
If you don't know if you can say it, don't say it. Like,
No, the MO Discord is like Nazi censorship.
Dang.
Yeah, there's a few
Modded
words
for a
that's
reason.
banned.
Still gets wild in there though.
Wait,
Proceed with
Frogdog,
caution.
is
It's a
that
fun
Sneeze?
time.
what happened?
I-
What was your question?
Is Frogdog a sneeze?
Yeah, Frog Dog is Sneeze.
Wait, what?
Fuck you, frog dog.
Okay.
He has what, 2 Discord accounts?
Can we say fuck on here?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, fuck you, frog dog.
Jesus Christ.
Careful, that might be targeted hate speech.
Well, this is YouTube.
Oh.
This isn't Twitch. I don't know if that matters.
That might be worse.
No, Twitch is
I'm
definitely
very
worse. Twitch is definitely worse than YouTube.
Yeah, Twitch is worse, but YouTube is not far off.
They're getting there, dude.
Yeah.
So, has there any been discussion about like siege mechanics, what they plan on doing that in the future with MO2? I don't know in the rollout there any discussion about it. I
We
see
tried
you
to
shaking
push-
your head saying no, Viknuss. I don't.
Well, the only thing they touched on is that in order to siege, you'll have to build a siege camp now to give the defenders preparation time to get the defense going and combat against ninja sieging. That was the only point they talked about. They haven't talked about mechanically how they're going to implement the individual siege weapons, how they're going to be used, how easy it is going to be to access those items. None of that shit's been talked about.
So that's
Henrik
code
did
for.
talk about those like that you were gonna have like outposts or something that you siege down and it weakened the defenses or something.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
like
it
for
was
only
very
keep only. He said in
vague.
the recent podcast.
You said it just weakens the defense. Wasn't that like in MO1
Yeah,
already?
Sorta.
You
Kind-
played
kind of
PC
towers
control and stuff?
mechanic.
Yeah.
The
But
crappy PC
it's
tower
very
mechanic.
vague. He didn't really mention if it just lowered the HP of the keep, or if it just like made the guards not active as much or something. But yeah, in some way weakening your defenses.
It's just Starbolt code for they don't have things planned yet.
You know, speaking of
Yeah,
that,
probably.
I really wish they would put like a podcast, but like a panel style podcast, kind of how like Putzen does, with like, you know, Henrik, the lead developer, and maybe their game balance designer and how they're gonna implement things.
Yeah, they could have like I don't know what Cal says exactly. They could have Seb. They could have like their art crew. They could have like, you know, their balance crew. Like they could easily do like a podcast thing. It's just I don't know. I don't know why they don't.
Maybe it's something to do right before release.
It's not like Henrik knows all the answers to everything at any given moment. So it'd be nice to have other people there who, like, if he can't answer something 100% accurately, like that person steps in and just answers it.
Well, they've done something
Exactly.
similar in the past with Matt, the lore director. We had him on there, and they were, answering questions in tandem.
What, in
I
MO2?
don't see why that. Yeah, for MO2, I don't see why they can't
Yeah.
do that for like a larger panel though, like you're suggesting.
Yeah, I think it'd be like way better for transparency from their end, and then, obviously we can have a lot more questions that are answered in finer detail. Get more excited about things,
Who is Harius? What does he do?
He's their balance
Quality
designer.
assurance leader.
He
Oh.
used to be. I'm not sure what he's doing now. I think he's not actually quality assurance anymore.
Oh,
Yeah.
they get promoted?
I think he's been promoted to some degree, or at least moved away from that position.
Ah.
What's your source, Rolufe? Tell us.
Secret sources.
Exactly. ID secrets, dude. ID secrets.
Hey, remember when I said that we had to fight the players and the SV at the same time? ID secrets right there.
Well, for a long time, there was all those player GMs that would drop you from the sky, instead explode you, toss your reds into blue towns.
That's
Actually, you know what?
happened.
Talking about that crazy stuff. For support and everything going into MO2, are they going to do volunteer stuff like that again? Please tell me they're not going to.
I heard
They do
no.
it for moderation.
Yeah, forums and Discord, but the in-game is supposed to be all people, just like MO1 Steam launch, where they put it all non-players. So that's good. Yeah.
They said that, or you're assuming?
I thought they said that, right?
I'm pretty sure that Henrik would never have a player GMs anymore.
Never again.
Yeah, because all the scandalous, unprofessional, massive corruption that happened from player GMs, it was, I'm surprised the game survived from that.
Saw Pangus flying around with a sword of tears. Fuck that shit, dude.
I have a question for Rolufe.
Yeah,
I've heard a lot of different guilds say this, so it wasn't just like RPK in their interview or anything. But like the Auralis patch, as it was named, like how do you feel about that patch? And like, do you call it the Auralis patch, or do you guys call it something else? I'm just curious.
That's more likely the RPK patch.
Oh shit, dude!
Is it because
Perspective,
all,
dude.
all the sieging caused that patch to happen?
I mean, it was basically making sieging profitable. So
They
we
did
had
more
just
than
built
that,
up
though.
our walls and everything in our territory, as well as the town down on the beach.
Yeah,
And
we
they
got.
dropped those 3 patches or something after each other, just making it easier and more profitable to siege.
There was all
I think we're talking about a different
D
patch
drop.
then.
No, there's two because there's two major patches. One was you can't open doors from the inside, and then one was the removal of deed drops. The first one was you can't open doors from the inside because that's how we got into the LD keep spot. We I think it was Grey Fox had
Yeah.
a spy in your guild and opened the door.
But
And
that
that was
happened
the first
with
one that
SOS.
happened within that week.
The SOS guild had the guy tag along. I think he was like a new guy in SOS. I wasn't really active at the time, but I was in the comms when I was about to tell Aralis not to pull that guy in there because I recognized the name. But yeah, like 10 minutes later, I just heard the gates open and everyone was just fucked in there.
But the April 2016 patch took away D drops, buffed walls by giving 10% mitigation on stone, 25% mitigation on metal. They've removed, I think, the ability. Guildstones are no longer destroyed; they're defeated. So you never lost your prominence. What was the other thing? Guards respawning. Like a lot of the guards changed from 15-minute respawn times to 5-minute respawn times. You know, that was all those things combined. It was drastically change sieging to make it that you have to do. It promoted ninja sieging. Basically, that's what it did. Promoted ninja sieging.
I don't think we actually got that much use out of it though.
No, ID did not because the patch did not get in fast enough.
It was after you lost the Moki Cube. And then lost all the TC for the second time.
Because I remember that we did up at Dreadkeep at the crater, we changed all the walls to metal walls.
Yeah, the thing is,
that I think was the first thing that we came out of that patch that we used.
Those keeps were lost before the April 2016 patch. I think only 1 or 2 of the 10 keep alliance. I think it was 2 keeps that sieges that took place after that patch, and they were both the those 2 Sarduka keeps that your alliance had. I think one was did Hawk own one of them?
Yeah, Lifeender decided to jump in for some weird reason at the end after the war was basically over. He decided to be a target. Like last minute, he changed his mind. I'm like, all right, dude, whatever.
Yeah, last minute I changed his mind. I wasn't gonna sit around and watch that shit go down without participating.
we were basically done. Oh, so you talked them into it? Yeah, we were basically done. It was just like, oh, okay, we're good. And then all of a sudden, we're like, what the heck is this guy bothering us for? Like, we had an agreement. Buddy there was making money, selling gold, so he was able to support his family, and it
Also,
was
the
like...
Moki keep hadn't fallen at that time. We had gotten in to try to help defend the Moki keep, and we had, whenever that siege was going down, we're riding over the hill, 40 mounted hawk, and that was what we were known for, our play style. We won those fights, mounted fights. Coming over the hill to hit the fucking siege right in the back, and it was going to be a slaughterhouse, dude. And guess what happened? All of us, dude, crashed as soon as we touched an RPK, and we all got killed. And that was it. That was the fucking charge of the Rohirrim, dude. Got slaughtered.
Yeah, most anticlimactic moment ever.
Wait, I did not know about this.
No, hold on. Is this the DA keep spot where everybody crashed?
This is the
Moki
Imperial
Moki.
Dreams keep spot.
Yeah.
When we were sieging the keep down with the demon pillars that didn't work correctly, or was this like
Yeah,
opening the
exactly.
keep?
But the demon pillars didn't work because you guys placed them in the basement, so it didn't register.
Placed inside, so they bugged out. So it was like, I think there was 2 demons or something that came out.
The Rohirrim charge. That's funny.
That crash though with the hawk. I was on comms with Sneeze at the moment, and I think they had 14, 15 guys or something, all coming through the breach in the wall, and they just crash in when they get in. everyone gets slaughtered by the few RPK that's still online.
I'm trying to remember exactly. Was the keep was up or keep was down? Because I organized
it was still
the
up.
locations of the mangs and everything. I was the one running running that operation.
I think we had
Was this before
about half
we
HP
started
or
hitting the
something.
keep? Half HP. Okay.
Yeah, I
I
think it
can't
was
remember.
half.
I was loading boulders, and I looked around, and everyone's still firing their mangs. So
Yeah.
that fight, I don't know. I do know a huge fight that we all crashed because there was a bug with magic, and one guy happened. No, it was like you casted Mind Blast on your mount while mounting it or something. It was something weird, and then it just crashed everybody. It crashed me, and I wanted to kick that guy from the guild because I swear I was like, if I log in and I'm dead, I'm gonna freaking you're done. You're out of RPK. There was one fight like that where everybody, there was like 2 people that weren't around us that were still in the game.
Well,
So, but that's a different fight, so I'm not sure. I don't know.
when my 40 guys logged back in, everybody was dead. Nobody lived that.
Did
that
hockey
could've
field
turned-
40 guys?
Yeah, at the time.
Did you guys get siege next, or what happened after that with Hawk?
Yeah, eventually we got sieged.
Yeah, DA keep and then Hawk keep afterwards.
The two
Sudoku.
Sudoku keeps were the keeps number 9 and 10. Hawk being one of the Sudoku keeps.
So what guilds at this time that you're talking about these sieges specifically, like what guilds were on what side?
There were a
It
lot of
was
guilds
pretty
that
much
were abstaining.
ID and Hawk left at that point, I think.
There was some Eli remnant. There were some,
Yeah,
very
they
few
joined
Dread
us
that were
with us
playing.
mostly.
but nothing impactful. A lot of guilds, and I remember like putting out a mass forum message to individual guilds like Strillin and a couple of those other. I can't even fucking remember them. And everybody told us, hey, we don't want to get involved. We don't want to get sieged.
Well,
Well, guess
also,
what fucking happened after they destroyed us, dude? One by one, those individual guilds got fucking sieged by RPK
No.
and destroyed.
not in that war.
Yeah, eventually is what I'm saying.
No,
and that's what I told
eventually,
them.
Strillin
we
would
let
not
people
side with ID because Killox was with ID, and Strillin and Killox fucking hate each other.
Why do they hate each other?
Well,
Don't say anything bad.
Probably racism.
Hard R, can I say that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's racism. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so during the Hawk ID versus RPK war, Killox was nowhere to be seen. Guy was off doing fucking god knows what.
I think they were
He was
playing
giving us
Albion or something at that
boulders.
time.
He was Killox and Dread were with ID, and at the same time, Killox was giving us boulders to siege ID Alliance.
Yeah, listen, we know what the fuck was going on with Killox. We know whenever I was in Dread and we were sieging down RPK Keep and we had the fucking walls open and we were about to throw boulders at the Keep spot, that me and Killox had a conversation. And the next thing we know, we're packing up shop and going home. Right when we were about to destroy RPK as Dread.
Actually, me and Killox never had a conversation because at that time, Ali had control of the.
Killox and somebody had a
guild.
conversation, dude. It didn't make any sense any other way.
Maybe.
Why the fuck would we stop destroying the enemy that we had been fighting against for like 6 months at that time? When we were about to
Yeah.
destroy their fucking keep, why would Killox say, hey guys, I changed my mind. We're going to pack up shop and we're going to go home. Then we all left the fucking game and went to play Life is Feudal or switch back over to RPK. You guys order 66 to all the fucking towers and Dread lost the keep in GK.
I know that
Oh, hold on. No, Orn went in and he was the spy for
Ali
Ali.
put Orn as a spy. I was not active in Mortal. Like Ali even had my account information. My account wasn't subbed.
I mean, I'm not saying you specifically, I'm saying RPK.
So, though,
and
but
Dread
it is
came to an
possible.
understanding.
It is possible that Ali, I know for a fact, had Orn as a spy in Dread. So maybe it has something to do with that, or maybe Ali had a conversation. Or
Yeah,
Orn had a conversation with Killox.
Yeah, there was that night. I was online. There was 3 people on, and they were replacing all the Dread Tower. They were destroying it and then placing up the new ones. And I think the next day, all hell broke loose and Killox went crazy, and that was the end of that. That's how that war ended. It's when Orn finally hit the switch and just swapped everything,
Like Viknuss said,
unreachable
Order
towers and all
66
that stuff.
Order
With the-
66
but anyways,
everything,
with the clone
dude.
troopers.
Yeah, so whatever. So that happened. I was actually, to be honest, I was kind of sad that the keep didn't go down back then, because that's the reason why I resubbed, because I want to keep the drop while me fighting on it, which is also the reason why I resubbed in 2019. So yeah. I was
Yeah, it was
waiting for
going
the keep to
down.
go down. So, but
It was happening. We had everything in place. We had all the boulders, Mangannons, the fucking logistic line, everything.
And then
And
all
then
the
Killox and his infinite fucking wisdom said, "Hey, man, we're not doing this anymore." Fucking idiot, dude.
Yeah, did they say like he had to get off or something, and he logs out, and I think Auralis had just given him all the Manganan deeds.
He had all the mags.
that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Didn't Killox name you the best player in MO yesterday, Viknuss?
I don't give a fuck what Killox does.
calls everybody the best friend, best person, best player.
That's
just
just
Kellogg's,
Kellogg's
man.
personality. He's fucking
He'll
great.
tell you to
He's
join the
hilarious.
guild after calling you fucking shit tier loser.
Kid
It's
tries to
fine.
suck people off, try to get him to join his fucking guild.
It's fine, it's
disgusting.
just Killox.
Pathetic behavior, dude. You know how many times I've seen him pick up a kid, use and abuse him, and then throw him in the trash in Dread?
Oh,
You're so good.
Hilarious.
You're such a good foot fighter. You'd be so much better in Dread.
Kid joins
Oh,
the fucking game, loses one fight, kicks him out of the guild the next day, dude.
oh, but didn't we also find out Kellogg's did that to the Horizon guy in KOV? We found that out yesterday, Hayasa.
Yeah, Horizon was being mentored by Killox.
Actual
first
Horizon?
You guys, no, you guys can't say
Yeah.
no. You can't say Horizon. It's Found Ups. He's a streamer. There's a
Okay,
different
Found Ups.
Horizon.
Found Ups.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
found ups. Okay.
Yeah. So I was sitting there, I was talking with him. I was like, wait, aren't you that guy that Killox was giving all these riser axes to? And like we were in comms, and as he starts mentioning about Japan and everything, I'm sitting there, I'm like, that's you. And then he's like, yeah, that's me and everything. And then we started talking. That's the funniest thing ever. But yeah, I assume Killox just kicks everybody after a while. So,
Valeen, you have
if
any
he has
input?
use for you.
Any insight
I
on that?
mean, It does happen.
He did it to
I
me.
was kicked because I didn't change my avatar once. My Discord profile picture, he kicked everybody who didn't have it, like swap, and then like 2 days later he said sorry and let me back in.
Valeen, I'm curious. If you ever left Dreadlords, what guild would you join? Do you think?
I don't know.
ID.
ID? You want to join ID, Valeen?
Auralis and Rolufe, like
I think actually, if there would be anyone in Dread that would fit in great in ID, it would be Antius.
Well, if Antius goes, Valeen goes. So that's his dad.
Dude, Killox has Antius on a fucking leash and collar, dude. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, he promoted him to GM to make sure he wouldn't leave during his inactivity. GG's, dude.
I've been friends with Killox for a decade, and me and him, we've always been friends. I find him hilarious. I know he's unstable, and
that's one way to put it.
but he is a great motivator for you guys internally, right?
There's a lot of content that it brings. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
See, I'm not gonna say Killox didn't do his job and do it effectively. Obviously, whenever Dread was playing in Force, they got shit done. They were about to unseat the greatest empire Mortal Online 1 had ever seen, RPK. That was about to be done. And then he goes and makes some fucking stupid ass decisions. So I don't know. I'm not trying to say he's not a good guild leader, like for that demographic of players. But you got to look past that surface level shit, like, oh, it's okay because he's funny. Oh, it's okay because he gives me this. The guy's a shitty fucking dude.
Yeah, but it's like take presidents in real life. All the good ones are shitty dudes.
Wait, what?
Let's not get into that.
MAGA. Anyways,
Anyway, what guild would I play in?
Yeah, what guild? What,
It'd probably be VII or something. If we'll see.
why? Because you like the
By
freedom?
the way, was
What's the
VII
guys?
its own guild? Or was it like a sub-guild to RPK?
Huh?
'Cause I always believed it was like a sub-guild to RPK.
That's a quick
Isn't
question.
Isn't VII
Um,
an anti-PK clan?
No.
Oh.
It was a PvP clan that was made out of Bhakti back in like 2015.
So no sub guild.
So no subguild.
No, they were just like the Bhakti militia, if I remember right. Like every time people would come to Bhakti, they would just like run out and fight them. And
Pretty much, yeah.
Before-
I think the confusion came in when Bordelli joined us, because Bordelli was like,
Yeah,
was awesome
Bordelli
playing.
did have like a little play stint with RPK, and he's still really cool with them. So, but I wouldn't go off to say that we would ever do anything with each other like out of PvP.
So, just quick history. VI was like before VI, it was like NWO and Pi players, right? Am I right on that?
Yeah, so you had players that were from NWO Pi that split off from them, and you had players from DA that split off from them, and we kind of just hung around Bhakti and just decided to make a group together, just merge.
Yeah, I think that's the confusion from my end. I always saw clans that based out of Bhakti is kind of like an anti-PK mentality.
Yeah, I mean, most of the guys still kind of have that mentality. Like, they're not going to just randomly just run up and kill someone for no reason.
Murders of the citizens of
Yeah,
Bhakti.
what is up with that? Like Bhakti and Moki, like why is this always home to like the anti-RPK guilds? Like I don't understand it.
There's nothing of value down there.
Yeah, I mean, basically.
Just shit on them. Jeez. All right, Rolufe.
It's just true. It's what it is.
All right.
Yeah, there's nothing of value there.
So what do you mean? Because it's easier basically to live there. Is what you're saying?
I mean, it's basically a place where there's nothing to farm or anything, so there's no reason for anyone to go there in PK.
No, that's
okay.
most towns in Mortal. They don't have anything of value.
That's true.
I mean, in MO1, they didn't even have like a furnace or anything. I mean, it was just a shitty little town.
Rip that Vada Tefra cave, huh?
Yeah, but Bhakti just happens
coming.
to be the first town you run into when you're leaving the jungle. So it's like a station where you drop stuff off at. That's the way I treated it.
I'm very good at getting lost in the jungle.
Moki was really just a place where nearby guilds had like a safe bank.
Yeah, Moki was and is still just like the shittiest town in the game, and people just go there for
Yeah.
like refuge. Basically, I feel like.
All the
It did have
outcasts.
one good thing though. They had two banks, so you could access the bank through a bank which was not guarded.
Yeah, the red bank.
So
Yeah,
you
yeah,
had
yeah.
red characters, so you could access the bank there still.
I used to fight RPK at that red bank a lot, even before the war deck or whatever. I lived in Moki in MO1. I'm allowed to call it a shithole, by the way. I have that
Wow.
right.
After we lost our keep, I had Sparta 8 standing there AFK in one of the houses, fully geared, just burning murder camps. No one killed them.
Unfortunately, 7 can't operate out of Bhakti anymore. It's just, it will never work anymore.
Why?
There's just too much conflict. We would just be killing everybody out there.
Yeah, you'd be fighting
Oh.
everybody pretty much there right now, at least. I
mean,
mean,
there's a lot-
doesn't Free Horses live there? Every time I go there,
There's a
I
lot
see
of
them.
people that I like out there, and it's just, I'd rather just be pulling those resources somewhere else, fighting other places.
I have a question for Rolufe.
Oh, go ahead.
ID would ally with people like, Killox,
Mm-hmm.
and but how come Aralis never hired us as mercenaries? Or did he just not think that we would accept?
You were just better.
He never liked the idea of mercenaries.
Oh, he's
No,
always wanted to do everything
they can just
politically.
take the payment and leave, you know.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. Why did
Point of mercenaries?
Dreadlords join ID in the war if you guys are such good friends, Aku? That was
Because we like attacking one another. It's the same reason KOV and RPK, Hayasa,
Create content.
did the merger idea to create Dreadlords. That was Hayasa's baby, and I said no to that because it would have ruined PvP.
so.
Yeah, we're good friends and everything, and yeah, it would be cool. It would have been like a cool idea, all of us together in one tag. But then there would have been no content in the game. You know, it would have made the game boring. So me and Killox are friends, but we give each other content at the same time. It's
And
not
you
that
knew that
value.
Killox would end up running the guild, and you would have to follow him. That's what I'm
No.
hearing, right? Or no?
No, so
No.
at that time, Killox was playing with us, and then he wanted to recruit an army, and he wanted to break off from We Win Every Day or whatever, and just start something fresh with a new name instead of RPK, instead of KOV. We were in the team speak. There's 3 of us talking about it. This is before he did the mass recruiting, and he was getting a bunch of people involved. And this would have been our option to get boulders to begin sieging against ID because all the keeps were allied together. That's That's how that kind of unfolded. Dread itself becoming like a big guild was afterwards.
Yeah, this would have been the creation of Dread was
Yeah.
supposed to be an RPK KOB merger, but I declined the merger. And Killox's sales pitch was we would have been unstoppable and would have taken over the whole server. But I didn't want to take over the whole server, you know?
So Valeen, in a way, is Hayasa's grandkid? Since
Yep.
Dreadlords was his baby?
The name you're using,
Yeah.
Valeen, is the name I created. You're welcome.
Am I in the will of you? Do I get anything to do with it?
You got power of attorney.
Their shed gets blown up every day. They don't own any assets, unfortunately. You get nothing in the will.
Oh man,
You get a donkey. There you go.
the bone tissue in his bang.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's a pretty good example of being able to be friends and still attack each other. There needs to be a little bit more of that in the game.
I do that with Kodo. I can promise you I killed more Kodo than you, but we have an understanding. I
Right.
wouldn't call it an alliance, but I think that's a very healthy relationship to have in the game.
I saw something in help chat the other week, Viknuss. Would Wicked say the same?
Wicked still gets to kill Kodo. So
Okay, so here's a fun fact. Quick was new to Mortal when I was new to Mortal, and I accidentally shot him with an arrow and killed him in the jungle. With my bad.
Just flexing on him like 8 years later.
Yeah.
Hey, we were being led to the Seder camp by an 11-year-old.
Hitty?
An 11-year-old officer in Andalu. Yes, this is the history of Quick and I.
He might be legal now.
don't get me started on that.
Oh wow.
Jesus Christ, what?
I met Viknuss and Luhidi, a few years ago, I think. I did not give Luhidi alcohol because he was underage. I did give Viknuss alcohol even though he was underage, but he was old enough.
Fucking what?
Yeah, why would you? I don't understand. Why would you even admit that?
No, he gave him alcohol.
Are you admitting to a crime on?
He omitted the whole part where they met up at a restaurant and had dinner, like a fancy Italian place or whatever. It's really good. He just admits the whole that whole part. He's just like, yeah, I just gave him alcohol. I met them and gave him alcohol. Like, what the heck is that?
Viknuss was 19 and Luhidi I think was 16 at the time.
Okay, as Viknuss said earlier, context is important.
Context is very important.
It just says, yeah, I gave an underage kid alcohol.
You can say, yeah, I'm giving underage kids alcohol. Aku, you can't do that.
Jesus.
It's just I'm a regular there, so they didn't check their ID. You know, he asked, "Oh, can they have alcohol?" I'm like, him, yes. The other one, no. And also, I did introduce them as my cousins, so I didn't look like a pedophile.
Oh,
Good save.
hey, what's up, Killex? Welcome. So what did you want to talk to Aku about, Viknuss, about the RPK interview? Let's get into that.
Dude, listen, man, I watched that RPK fucking interview, and it was a struggle. Like, I struggled to get through that fucking interview, dude. The RPK Exiled War, does anybody want to elaborate? Like, explain again why that happened?
Briefly.
Which one?
Exiled. Why Exiled destroyed RPK? Why did that happen?
Let's see.
Oh, you're talking about the Civil War. See, I don't know what the heck Exile was.
Yeah, I when he mentioned me earlier about Exile, I'm thinking that was Liamon's farming stone. You know.
Anyways, yeah, no, there's a lot of build up to it. There's animosity, whatever, I guess, building up. But I called it the Vagina War because all the wimps in RPK left, and then allegedly it all triggered by a girl that remained in RPK, Queen. So I labeled it that because I'm like, oh, you guys are just a bunch of vages. So.
See, I heard something different. See, the reason that I fought on the exiled portion of the exiled RPK war was because of something Aku said to Old Pops that, you know, to this day I still find unforgivable.
But
No,
that was
that
was
way
after-
later. That was way later. Way
Yeah.
later.
that did not say.
Yeah.
That was said when
That
they
was
were
that was
traitors.
Yeah, wasn't that in R? You were,
Yeah.
I convinced you to come out to R to
Yeah,
farm with us.
we were farming them. They were farming the R boss, and we would farm them.
Yeah, the war was already in full blown at that point.
I was-
yeah.
So this is
Yeah.
my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong on anything.
All right.
At some point, Aku said, "Hey, we can start attacking each other now as Greens," and then there was a very distinct split between those Greens, the exiled portion and the RPK portion. And through this new ruling that you had come out with, Aku, that we were able to kill each other now, there were some very fucked up things that happened, some very fucked up conversations that transpired. And from that point, it was like, okay, well, we're not gonna, consider ourselves affiliated with these guys anymore. We're gonna fucking destroy them, and that's exactly what Exile did. They wiped all the RPK assets off the map and ended the game being the #1 guild in Mortal Online 1.
No, that's not accurate. I did
That's entirely wrong.
when they defied orders to stop making the southern side of the Keep Palisade. They were building walls. I saw a fucking wall in front of Molo's door. And I told them, stop building the stuff. They refused to stop. And then when my instincts told me that there's a mutiny going on, I did I think I did an at everyone saying, the guild's over, everyone fucking kill each other, because as far as I knew, I did not know how deep the treachery went. And so I went in people were getting kicked off the Guildstone, off the Discord server. It was a huge fucking mess. And then and they had the Civil War pre-planned because one of the people that was on my side, Ali thought was on their side, so he got messages about the stuff too, but he wasn't on until like the shit already started. He didn't,
Until like a day later or so.
Yeah, he wasn't around. So, but the timestamps shows it was all premeditated because they had pre-planned, loaded up all the banks with boulders in advance. And for months prior, me and Coolshawn arguing a lot with Orn, some with Ali, some of the other people as well. A lot of the officers, because they were heavy pro empire building, and I wasn't, and so it was basically a difference of opinion. Now, anything toxic being said, those were me in game, and also by a lot of them about me through the MO Discord, spreading. That was also another thing. They spread a lot of rumors about me, say I'm a pedophile, say I'm off my meds. Being on the autistic spectrum, there's no med for that. I don't take fucking meds.
Yeah. They were telling us like, cool lost it. I had a few people message me some stuff, but whatever. But like,
also, they're spreading my real life pictures all around as well.
So some of the things they brought up with the guys that split off, it stemmed from 2017, the first time the guild almost fell apart. So there was still some, animosity from then up until. So it was building, and the thing is that it was compounding because especially when. I like to say when Orn came back, he tried to, he whispers in people's ears and stuff, and he was the one that began to recruit people that I was rejecting from RPK because they have cheated, like the Flying Dragon or whatever the heck, the guy that is like, oh, it's no, Orn tells you, oh, it's okay, he just farms. I'm like, it doesn't matter, he cheated, he did all the crazy stuff. And then I got overruled, and they started bringing in all these people. At that point, I stopped caring about who came into the guild. So I'm like, if you guys are going to break the one thing where you don't recruit cheaters, I'm like, okay, well, go ahead. Recruit past cheaters. It's not my problem. and then eventually, it all unfolded. Again, about a year and a half later.
But the thing is, Orn was very vocal in officer chat, non-stop. He made it very clear he was very unhappy with my leadership. He did not like the direction of me changing the clan to pre-Alley. He did not like that at all.
So if you take a step back and look at it objectively, under which administration you call it, Aku's administration or Ali's administration, was RPK more effective as a dominating force in Mortal Online 2?
I would say my administration, even using your own words, because where you said that Killox had the opportunity to destroy the greatest force, the Empire of MO1, yes, the stone was transferred to Alley, but that was when shit was weak because everyone in RPK, including myself, quit. And like I said, there was only like a few people defending the RPK keep. And all that was accomplished under my administration. Now, I don't fault Alley for turning it into an Empire Guild. I think it was smart how she absorbed, like how people joke she absorbed 17 different guilds or whatever. That was a smart tactical move. If you want to be an Empire Guild and you need numbers, especially when 99% of the roster just quit the game, you know? But as a PvP force, it wasn't, it was essentially...
It was quantity over quality, is what you're saying.
It was ID 2.0. It really was. Not saying that's a bad thing, but she did make the guild. We took the time to destroy ID Alliance's 10 keeps, and then Alley goes and pretty much does the same thing as ID.
And what's bad about that, objectively? Controlling
I'm not saying, like I said before, I don't falter, and it was a smart thing to do to absorb all these clans and stuff like that, but it wasn't. It was based off of a Rallis type of method of a guild. You know, you go by things politically and by economically.
It was like a different guild with the same tag, basically.
Yeah. In hindsight, if I could do it all over again, when the 5-week DDoS happened and we all quit, and Ali asked me, "Can she have the Guildstone?" Realistically, what I should have said was, "No, but you can have the keep because it's all going to decay. You can just put a different Guildstone in it. It's all yours." And that would have been the best thing to do.
So, I mean, if you look at it again, you know, you go AFK. Ali takes over the guild. She makes big moves from the guild, building fucking assets all over the place, making a legitimate empire, one that's, you know, self-sustainable, able to defend its assets, biggest fucking Zerg in the game. And then you come back after however long, you and, you know, 3 other people, Manflayer, Hayasa, you know, whoever the fuck else, you guys decide that, hey, all that fucking work you guys put in, it doesn't matter. We're going to go back to the original roots. You can see how that would crush the fucking guild as a whole.
Well, the thing is, when Ali was inactive, I was telling her, if you want there needs to be a new leader. People are speaking vocally. Mutinous thoughts. You know, people that were loyal to her were speaking mutiny. They were very unhappy, and I was trying to tell her for months, you need to put a new leader. And I even told her, if you want it to be Empire, give it to Orn. If you don't want it to be Empire, give it back to me. And, you know, I'll change things back to how it was. And she told me she was never going to give it to Orn. Now, was it fucked up when she told me after she logged in her account and gave me the stone, she told me she was going to give it to me. She just wanted more time. She, to just process, I guess, emotions or whatever, to transfer it over. Because I guess it's a big deal to step down. So if Orn wasn't in the guild, I don't believe the Civil War would have ever actually happened. I don't know for a fact who instigated it, but I have a feeling it was Orn. Orn was always power hungry, and he was the one that was the most vocal about my leadership. He did not like it at all, and I wasn't trying to change it completely the way of pre-July 2016. I was doing a compromise. Because there was a lot of drama. A lot of times, RPK under Ali was being sieged and everything.
Holy fuck.
If guilds, even like JJ, fucking with blowing up towers and shit like that, that was stressing the fuck out of members. There was so much internal drama. And if they would have actually, and Coolshawn, he would be posting on the forums like, "Oh, keep on attacking us and attacking us." That was him trying to hint of, if you guys keep pressing the attack, the guild was going to implode internally. It really was. And there was a lot of heavy taxes. There was taxes to just be a member of the guild. When I got back in charge, I stripped all those taxes away, and I was cutting back the assets. I was trying to make it that it wasn't such a financial burden. You guys overestimated the wealth. That empire was super expensive and very
It
stressful
cost a
and
lot with
draining
TC.
to maintain that. That Ali, like, every day was asking for donations on top of taxes. It was unsustainable.
Yeah, well, here, I'll read this. I pulled this up. So I got a message from one of the guys. Like, I was asking him, "Hey, what's going on?" This is when the Civil War's happening. So no, I forget who exactly we're talking about. Like, no, he was on Aku's side the entire time. He was happy Ali lost the Guildstone when she gave it to Aku, and that's the appreciation Aku showed his favored officers. He turns his back on them for an e-girl, and there's nothing more to talk about. So when they decide to upgrade the keep, he loses his shit and kicks everyone. You underestimate the amount of effort that Queen put into trolling the guild. I wasn't even aware until this all happened, and I've been hearing more and more. So, like, I've tried to reach out to different people when it was going on, to like the guys that run everything, and be like, like, things need to calm down. And this was one of the messages I got, and this is kind of the so Waku's talking about how they want to rebuild that area there. And like, yes, so it's to them it was upgrading the keep defenses to not be to not be griefed by Lakuanisha, whatever like the name is. La Shaniqua. And then that's Aku losing his shit because he didn't want that upgrade to happen. And at the same time too, Queen was there with the quote unquote multiple houses inside the keep area. And just built those just to troll people or whatever. So in the end, I think she played twice when I came back. I did make fun of her and she didn't come back. So she still floats around. But anyways, yeah, this is reading from back then. So whatever you heard, Viknuss, I don't know the stories that go on the opposite side or what rumors there are. But this is straight from the horse's mouth, and I'm just checking. I'm checking my old messages from 2019, the discussions we had. So.
Yeah, I didn't come back to the game for a little bit there after I joined RPK. And when I heard about the war that was going on, I didn't give a fuck. And one was like, yeah, we're fighting because of this. And he told me what Aku said, and I was like, okay, I'll come back to the game and help you guys blow them up.
And Viknuss, like, they defied the order in officer chat the day before, and then they defied the order verbally, the day after when they were changing the southern courtyard. There was a long debate about the southern courtyard in officer chat where Sock and I think others try to quote eminent domain laws, and I don't believe in eminent fucking domain laws. I've had to fight eminent domain laws in New York City, and I fucking won. They were gonna damage the property value of my fucking house, and well, a lot of the houses in the neighborhood, because they wanted to put an extra fucking lane on the road.
But there's more context to it than them defying orders. I mean, you have said that you were the one giving like Lushniqua all the ammo to grief your own guild, and then I'm sure there
They
was
did
other
not.
stuff.
They did not know that though.
Right, but you were stopping them from doing stuff to prevent it. You know, so
Yeah, because the thing is, like I told them in Officer Chat, the keep is not meant to be griefer free.
but
It
why?
is-
How do you explain that logically to someone?
Like, I get it, dude. You want your guild to be tough. If you guys are getting griefed, you want them to do what they have to do to get better. I get it. But what I'm saying is there was already an established guild. The mass majority of the guild, they wanted to go a specific direction. And because you and the people loyal to you didn't want to go that direction, that's why RPK crumbled. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Well, also, like I said yesterday in the interview, they could have simply actually said, you know, the group as a whole, the majority, don't want that, you know. But the thing is, you had contradictory behavior. Take Sock, for instance. Sock was in favor when he brought up a conversation of we just even get rid of the keep and go back to donkey storage. And Sock, you know, but chose Pixels in the end when, you know, even though he was in support of us getting rid of the keep. But
I mean, he
yeah,
could have been playing you out the gate, you know?
no, he probably was, you know. I don't know. Maybe he was one of the instigators. I don't know. All I know is that that Sock did a lot of lying at the end. You know, that came to light.
So let's talk about Mortal Online 2 then. What is RPK going to be known for in Mortal Online 2? Just a Griefer guild?
Like Griefer PvP
Oh,
guild.
well, you're gonna spread everything about us, Viknuss, because I know you're gonna wake up in the morning and come to Toxai and kill this Hayasa guy.
You're damn
So,
right.
I'm gonna live in your head rent free. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, dude.
All right, here we go.
And
Sneeze
I'm going to get mine, dude. I promise.
Sneeze is asking to come on because he can explain both sides.
Yeah,
Doesn't
but
give a fuck about
yeah,
Sneeze or his
Sneeze
explanations, dude.
Sneeze was
Fuck
on
Sneeze
both
nuts.
sides.
yeah,
Sneeze
but
was
we
on
don't
both
need
sides.
to hear the whole story again. We already know the
Okay.
story at this point. Like honestly,
I was gonna
just-
say Sneeze just wants to come on any means possible.
Yeah, I'm gonna be roommates with Sneeze in your head, Viknuss. Me and Sneeze, we're gonna have parties up in there. You're gonna hear his lisp, and then you're gonna hear my voice, and it's gonna be like, "Oh my
Listen,
god!"
dude, I'm giving Sneeze the priest camp treatment right now, and I promise you, once you get in the game and you start playing, I'm going to give you the same treatment, dude.
But no one can get priest camped. That's the fault of the person to get priest camped.
Well, I guess Sneeze is an idiot because he keeps respawning and we keep killing him.
He's probably laughing about it. You think Sneeze is getting mad? He's probably
Hey, so
Yeah.
you can do home priests in Mortal 2, is this correct?
Yep.
yeah. There's a home priest teleport. You can teleport across the whole map.
Okay, well, what's the deal with the different schools of magic? Are they gonna add ghost ship? Like, what's going on? I have like 10 of those schools.
That's
I
probably
assume that.
it's probably necromancy or element. I think necromancy is next, right?
Well, we just finished spiritism,
Yeah,
and then
Enrique
necromancy
said
is
that.
next, and then after
And
that we don't know.
elementalism.
We don't know what's after necromancy.
Did they say anything about changing the whole, summoning like a personal lictor guard protecting you?
Wait, are you
Talking
talking
about
about
DK.
DK? They haven't
DKs and
touched
shades.
on that much, I don't think.
It'll be overpowered like all the other pets in the game.
Like all the other pets. You think a wolf is overpowered?
Yeah.
Wolves and dogs are probably the least overpowered, but they are pretty strong pets out there.
And Valeen's scared of that pig coming at him, dude.
Better
Yeah.
keep that thing away from me.
Necromancy, that was like the OP. That wasn't okay.
Well,
I was able to have that on my paladin build.
Yeah,
well,
you have-
Spiritism
be
isn't done being
full-
tweaked, but it's finished, as in like all the spells are in the game now, correct?
I think the Spiritism patch
Like, it
didn't
needs
finish the last
balancing.
patch.
Yeah, like it needs balancing, just like MCs need balancing and other things need balancing. But it's like technically finished, like they have the spells and the means to do shit.
But I don't know what they're gonna do about the necro pets, because that shit was like having a walking lictor with you.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
we don't know.
those pets was either super tanky, or you just couldn't hit them.
Well, didn't
yeah.
Like shades, they
Did-
went into the
didn't
ground
most
or
of
into
the
the walls.
OP recipes come from Sarduka though for necromancy?
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there was the
a lot of it.
Sarduka stuff, and also you combined it with a Thunder Egg
The fuck's a thunder?
Yeah.
from the Kamaru.
Yeah, we don't have
you
Kamaru
get
either.
the-
So
I think you used it to tame spider queens, right?
No, you think of the Queen Egg. The Thunder Egg from the Kamaru was used to boost the damage drastically on necro pets on the creation.
Yeah, but didn't you use it for taming something as well?
No, Thunder Eggs were for the Ognium lore book.
Oh, that was it.
But and that was also the other thing. Even when they did nerfs, people had so many pre-patch Pokemon. Like during that Civil War, it's getting hit by getting hit for 98 damage by Shades. It's like, come on.
Hey, yeah, so is pre-patch a thing in MO2 where you make a bunch of stuff and then when they add a new patch, it's like, oh, only new weapons have the new
Horse
values?
gamers have it right now.
What
Oh
was
my
it, Valeen?
god.
You
So
could
still
double a
pre-patch.
horse armor your horse. It's fucking stupid.
that's
No,
because of
but-
the pre-patch armor, correct? Like
Yeah.
one of the armors, I mean. Okay.
Alright, but let's say
Yeah, once it's crafted, it stays that way.
and there's no way to revert it. So, like, say if lances get buffed, all Viknuss's lances already are gonna still.
They're
suck.
still gonna be
I
shit.
don't think
yeah.
it changed. I think they only changed the crafting system. So all that's already been produced, it's still gonna be that way.
No, all
That's gonna
the
cause
horse armors.
problems.
The horse armors you can stack because there's a horse bag slot and there's a horse equipment slot on your horse now. That's why you can stack them. It's not just anything pre-patched
Yeah.
as OP. So you're basically getting double the horse armor values. Like you'd be getting 80 like slash or whatever the fuck, if it was 40.
I mean, beta's getting wiped, and there's nothing in the beta right now that's OP that's considered pre-patch. It's not a point of contention.
I'm just
Yeah,
thinking
once
of
they
No,
Maybe
the
they
point, the
don't
point
think
is that there's pre-patch now with beta. It's going to happen at launch. That's the thing.
I thought I heard a dev say that they had it figured out and it's going to be different from MO1, but we'll see.
hopefully, because we don't want MO1 problems to repeat in MO2.
They're already repeating, dude. You got the foot fighter fucking elitist out there trying to make sure everything else is dog shit, and Starvault's fucking listening to them. Again.
Oh, I thought you were gonna bring up the moderation.
Don't get me started on fucking moderation stuff.
Yeah, you got pretty mad at the end of your stream yesterday. I mean, understandably, but
Listen, okay. You did it, Pootson. Check this out. A default emoji that Discord gives you, right? The middle finger emoji. You guys think that's a bad thing? You guys think that's a terrible thing?
I'm pretty offended by it when I see it.
Wait.
Okay, well then
Offended by
fuck you,
what?
dude.
What emoji?
The middle finger emoji, a default emoji that Discord gives you. Do you think Discord would give you something that would break terms of service? On their platform? No, they'd get fucking demonetized as a platform. Nobody would use it or promote it. I used a fucking middle finger emoji and immediately got a warning for it and muted for 24 hours. And they called it chat evasion, dude. Chat evasion. I'm telling you that moderator, some kid dunked his fucking brain in the game. They hired him on as a moderator. He saw me use a middle finger emoji and he's like, oh boy, it's my time to get Viknuss. Sure, dude. Fuck off.
Oh, apparently.
Wait, in the MO2 Discord?
Yeah, because you can't
Yes,
say
in
you can't
the
say the
MO2
word
Discord.
fuck in MO2 Discord, and the middle
Frick.
finger is fuck you. So, I guess
You also-
that's what they were talking about.
You also can't tell someone to go make me a sandwich. You get permabanned. I'm dead fucking serious.
Yeah, the rules in there are insanely heavy. You can't react on most of the channels, like screenshot videos. Like there's fucking slow mode enabled on like every channel. You can't say any kind of curse word. You can't
But
even
I
mention a certain type of fruit or something in there.
Saying
it's crazy.
go make me a sandwich. How is that permaban worthy?
It's sexist or something. I'm sure. Is what they
Really?
consider it.
Yeah, there is this weird thing with Discord where there's actually rules on Discord that goes across all the servers.
No, but we're also talking about the
You-
Star Wars forums as well. They do the Nazi
Yeah.
censorship there too.
Yeah,
You also can't
That's
post
just standard nowadays
nudes.
for
You
companies.
can't post nudes from in-game on their Discord for their game.
I mean, it's the only medium that they can largely like promote their game is their Discord. They fucking advertise it everywhere, and you have these new players coming to this Discord and fucking leaving it within a week, dude. Because this shit is ridiculous.
So you're saying the censorship is causing people to leave?
I'm just saying everything they do as a moderation staff is ridiculous and causing people to leave.
They heavily moderate recruit ads. It's like it's a pain in the ass to get any type of recruit ad approved as well. Most of our
You have to get it
fine.
approved.
No, well, if you just put something bad in it, they'll probably warn you about it.
Oh,
or something.
okay.
I don't know. We got to get them approved because otherwise we risk getting banned for posting recruit ads.
Yeah, I don't
And
know.
even if we do get one approved, half the moderator staff will delete it anyway. Even when the lead moderator approves it. So it's like, why even bother
you're
posting
right
recruit
in it.
ads? What, Rulu?
Oh
But
no,
you're
it's not
right
right.
in the
It
recruit
just
ad.
says join RPK, and it's just
Yeah,
an
it's like a
artistic
picture.
image.
Artistic image.
Yeah, a guy holding his belt and a girl crying. It's just
Oh,
very
God.
artistic.
Yeah, and we had
Gee, I wonder
RPK.
why.
We had RPK on the belt, and we had RPK. Join RPK was in the Pornhub logo, and apparently using the Pornhub logo is illegal.
I would think so.
Might be
probably, yeah.
copyright.
Well, no. It's a color scheme, is what it is. But no, because these guys are like, oh, you know what? This Wizard Guild or something has like a late night hotline talk
Yeah,
with like sexy mages or something like that. I'm like, that's clearly sexual or whatever, but it's like a cartoon drawing. So are you saying
Yeah,
that I
ours
gotta do a
was
cartoon
cartoon.
drawing?
Ours was cartoon, but Mana can have a wizard prostitution recruit ad, but we can't have some guy with shirtless with jeans on, taking off his belt.
Yeah, it's an awareness recruit thing, right? It's like, these things, like people that wear like because the guy was also wearing like a wife beater shirt too, but like you got to
I
make
thought he
sure
was
that.
shirtless. Well, let me go look at it.
Yeah. See, I was gonna look. Yeah, but you got to create awareness, and you got to report. Maybe if we did like the hotline there, conflict hotline, also maybe it'd get approved.
How about this? I'll post it in our the streamer chat here, the podcast channel, since the viewers can't see it, but the people on this podcast
I
can
don't
see
know
it.
if I want to show it. So
No, it won't. No one will see it, right? You could. People
I'm
here.
ready.
Think of it.
Let's
You
see
ready,
this.
Valeen?
I'll be
Alright,
pretty
funny.
send it.
It's not as bad as like we're making it sound. It's whatever. But,
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, it's
I think
pretty
this is
bad.
creative genius.
it's kind of
No.
like.
You're beating
Um,
little kids is what it looks like, and from
Yeah,
what you
no,
said
no,
before,
The
that's
website
probably
I
not
got
what you're
that
gonna
from-
do.
No, the website I got that from is actually from a support website for people to call, and that's the image they have on their website to make awareness of it.
Listen, man, nobody's buying
You could
that
try
shit.
and twist it whatever you want.
Let's move on. Nobody's buying
yeah,
that shit.
let's
dude.
let's
We-
talk about something MO2 related. Like this
Let's
is
talk
weird.
about something fucking MO2 related, dude.
Yeah.
Anyone that joins RPK and reads our rules, they see this picture as well.
Alright, good for them. They made that choice, I guess, at that point. So what builds do you guys plan to play? I mean, I'm pretty sure I know Viknuss has like a MC and then a foot fighter, if I'm correct on that. Like,
Both my MCs are both foot fighters.
okay. So wait, why two MCs then?
2 accounts.
No, but why two of the same build? Is what he's saying.
I have
'Cause
4
like
Vilas.
like the play style. Even though it's dog shit, I'm gonna stick to my guns on it.
But no, but is Isn't it excessive to have two of the same character?
Well, are they
No.
different clades or the same clade?
I mean, it's a human Callard and a Thursar Callard.
Oh, all right. So this is a bit. No, the clades do make big differences in MO2. All right, I can understand
Yeah.
that.
What about having
Thursar will
four
probably be deep red forever, probably.
Both
Oh,
my
you doing-
characters
are you
deep red
doing-
forever?
You doing that? One red, one blue.
No.
All right, sorry, Valeen, I cut you off. Go ahead.
You sure did. I was talking about having same builds, but I got 4 Vilas, all foot fighters.
What? Are they different weapons?
No,
No,
he
man,
doesn't.
they're all
This kid doesn't
sword.
have more than one
I
account.
do. I sure do.
You
And I
actually
have
have 4
one-
Vilas?
And I have 1 curate mounted, but it's pretty much a foot.
I thought I was
I sure
overdoing it
do.
in MO1 with 2 paladins.
No. Got 4 little Vilas running around.
I had 4 in a season in MO1.
See, Valeen has the same idea I have. I'll probably have like one support character that I use for pretend to be ARPK that no one will know, and then one actual character for murdering everybody. So if you see someone blessing you with heals, Rolufe, just remember.
Okay.
Just remember,
Praise
he's
be
healing
Allah.
you, I guess.
I'm just gonna do a third Caligan, just like MO1, and but I'm not gonna go the Viknuss round do mounted because of mounted just doesn't look fun in MO2. It just doesn't. And also, it was hilarious. It's hilarious when other races are so shorter. There's like their heads at their waist. It's fucking comical. It's like you're killing children.
Okay.
Listen, man, you gotta
In a video
drop the
game.
children stuff.
In a video
It's
game.
a video game.
All right,
Yes.
you gotta chill. You gotta chill, though, on that.
It's a
little
video
bit.
game.
All right, Quick, how about you? Jesus.
I just got back. What happened?
What builds are you planning to do for MO2?
Oh, foot fighter, buddy. You know me.
Well, what race?
I will not disclose any of my build information.
What a smart guy.
Oh,
Okay.
top secret.
I want you guys talking shit about me. What the hell?
Probably playing a Vila.
If it makes you guys feel any better, right now I have a Sardukan hybrid. So,
Ugh.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
no,
I can see why you wouldn't want to disclose that, for sure.
no,
So
it'll
Hybrid
probably
is
either
probably one
be
of the best builds.
It's better
probably
than
be-
Shivra.
it'll probably be either a Vila or some sort of human, and I may possibly lean with a Thursar, but that's probably about it. Not really into the little
Midget
dwarf
races.
dudes. Yeah.
You
They
don't
do have
like
good
little
clades,
hairy man?
though.
What's that?
They do have good clades, but
Yeah, it just doesn't
Yeah.
really fit my playstyle very well.
no, like yeah, I didn't want to be a midget either.
What are you guys talking about, Vilas? Sorry.
No, the
No, the dwarfs.
Hey,
Oh.
does your weight in the game reflect upon your character? Like if you're fat or obese,
Yes.
is your character
Yeah.
also fat
Sure
and
does,
obese?
yeah.
Yeah, you'll be like a little doughboy. Yeah.
Get someone to send you a picture of a fat mage on a horse, like free horse or something. It's hilarious.
Pretty thick.
He's literally like a basketball on a
He,
horse.
he's a fucking meatball with no arms, is what it is.
Yeah,
the
his
characters
arms
are
are literally
fucking
hidden
arms.
inside him the whole time.
your
Yeah.
character weight should affect your character weight, your gear, inventory. I think should affect horse speed.
Yeah, not wrong.
I mean, the
To
horse
an
is
ex-
always
Yeah.
just a
Or
horse,
stamina, maybe. I don't know about speed,
Stamina.
maybe stamina.
But the poor horse is going to be breaking its back.
Unless the poor horse was made for that kind of work. I think you guys are underestimating horses quite a bit. Horses are very durable fucking machines.
I hope this time around they kind of like balance the horses towards each other more.
What do you mean?
That way-
Bigger differences or what?
Yeah, like the barrier to entry, like to do mounted combat, shouldn't be so high.
Have the best horse, so you're at a constant disadvantage the whole time.
Yeah.
Hayasa, you can see in the podcast channel the obese Shivra.
You do be thick.
That's pretty funny.
I know it's comical.
Yeah, I wish different horses had different carry weights too. Like I don't even know what the point
they
of a
do.
longer horse is right now.
Hey, so somebody
done with that yet,
shared a
so-
picture of I think it's Henrik, right? Henrik has his stream and he has a Sarduka spreadsheet. Yeah, I'll post that here. Did he
like
mention
on his
anything about
desktop?
Sarduka in?
Someone said they confirmed that it was going to be the next Conan that came out, but I'm not sure like when, right? Which
Henrik
makes
is
sense.
been
It's
saying
already
that will
fucking
definitely
built
not be
everything.
the first continent.
What's that? You'd be
Henrik
surprised it
was
wasn't.
saying that it will not be the one.
Yeah.
Sarduka, I think, was one of the worst patches of MO1.
Yeah, it really
Depends on why
destroyed the
you play the
economy.
game.
It divided the population.
So just a gold farm over there. You never saw anybody. They're all mounted usually.
Do you guys know if you do the left swing on your horse, you could clip through your horse's head?
Wow.
Does it hit the horse?
No.
No.
You can shoot your horse, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
didn't Henrik say like before mounted combat ever was released that you could like cut your own horse's head off as MC?
I think he
Probably.
was saying that
Yeah.
when they were implementing it in testing, you were able to cut your horse's head off as an MC.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like a skill feature, like don't cut your own horse's head off as an MC.
I mean, that shouldn't
Yeah,
even be
I
a
think they
skill.
changed
That
it
should just
last
be
patch.
common sense.
Yeah, I'm just swinging right through the horse's head. This is cool. I think I might go MC, guys.
Yeah, try to hit somebody with that real quick.
And, ha!
He's like, I just got to kill.
I just killed some guy. There's nobody in the game, bro. Nobody
Beginner's
plays
luck,
this
man.
game, dude.
They're all at Tendrum right now.
They're all in Oh, they're all at Tindrum? Okay.
Yeah,
Bailey
Yeah,
is right.
there's a Tindrum event in 30 minutes, no?
yeah, there is.
Baleen is right that Henrik has like 40 tabs open,
Really?
and he has a bookmark for like ninjas in pajamas.
Don't worry about it,
for
man.
Future armor.
Is that Henrik's
Look at that.
board?
He's got before he has more online data, he has what's it called? Path of Exile builds and shit.
Oh, but I'm curious. Is ninjas in pajamas? And I don't know. Anyone know what the hell that is?
Maybe he's doing some shopping. Okay, I'm gonna Google that now.
Yeah, Google that.
An
Watch it
esports
be some
team.
ninja
It's an
porn
esports
site.
team, it looks like, in Sweden.
Oh, okay.
Does anyone else have any like topics they want to talk about for MO2 or anything? Like any balance, features, patches, future shit?
Oh, yes. It is a great disservice for followers of the bridge gods that there are no bridges to put heads with their names on it. The bridge gods are very fucking angry.
Well, TC's not in yet. Maybe they'll put it in.
No, but the bridges had nothing to do with TC.
Hmm.
It needs to be places
They will
to
do
put our
now, though.
sacrifices.
Henrik did mention that we will be able to place bridges and be destroying them.
So who's placing a keep?
I am.
I am.
Yeah.
We have no idea what the fuck the point of keeps are yet, you know?
Yeah, well,
Territory
they're
control.
gonna find out once they place them, like what you unlock with it and stuff.
Wait, Victus, did you say you're placing 2 keeps?
Placing 2 keeps, man.
Under
Why?
Legion tag or your alliance?
Under Legion tag. Because I have the place where I want to live, and I have the place that's too close to let anybody else live there but me. So I'm taking both of them.
Oh, summer home?
Was so?
I'm placing 8.
Your GK summer house?
Are you talking
Yeah,
about
you
like
could
where
do some
Integrity
house,
was
too.
gonna build? Is that what you're talking about?
I'm talking about the keep north of Vada that's just sitting there out in the open, terribly close to my assets. It would be a perfect fucking siege palisade or siege asset to cover my city. So I'm just going to take that one as well.
Okay. So Integrity,
Gotcha.
they don't want to keep anymore then?
They want to keep somewhere else, and they've already got designs for it. And I'm going to help them get that keep.
Oh, okay.
Integrity.
Integrity weed.
What about you, Valeen? You getting a keep?
I'm getting 8 keeps.
Yeah, him and his 4 other fucking
Right.
players. Sick, dude.
Aren't they going to be in the GK keep?
Hey,
spot
Valeen, if we
all
team
by
up, we'll have
themselves?
10 fucking players, dude.
We're doing it. Don't worry about what we're doing.
10-man keeps, guys. We're doing it, dude.
Tell you
Well,
right now,
I
GK's
pretty
claimed
much
that
was
it's not by
a
Dread.
tiny guild. The
But
most
no-
we ever fielded was like 15, and that was the day our keep went down.
Is there really another big guild that's claimed GK Keep?
Yeah, so SOB and
Oh, that's
yeah,
right. I forgot about those
Palace
guys.
Federation are going to be up here on release.
That'll be some fun, boys.
Be some real fun.
The thing is, why did they put
I don't know about you, but I'm living in
resources of
Topside, so
the resources of GK? People were that should have been like in the center of the map. People were suggesting that since for many years.
Yeah, move it to Vada, dude. I'll take it.
Because the thing is, in many MMOs, when there's the most valuable resources, is typically in the center, not off in the middle of nowhere, where to really go there, everyone's gonna need a second account because traveling there is gonna suck. It's gonna take too damn long.
I mean, that's why I chose Vada. Geographically, it's the best place on the map for that center keep spot on Sausage Lake. It's the same ride in any direction. I don't have to work extra hard to go blow somebody up in the bottom left of the map. Don't have to work extra hard to go up to fucking GK. It's the same trip for me and my boys.
Yeah, I hope they end up doing something with Sausage Lake though. Like, it's such a waste of space to just put an empty lake there in the middle of the map. Like, they should definitely do something with it. I don't know.
Tephra Crater should have been
Pirate ships.
a meteor in the middle of Sausage Lake and let everyone battle over the Tephra. That's what it should have been, not back in
dang,
the
we swimming?
corner of the map.
We swimming.
Yeah, everyone will swim there. They come to shore, mind the Tephra, and you see everyone like fucking Valeen. You'll love this. It'll be like a bunch of rats swimming through the Tephra crater in the
Listen,
middle of
man.
Sausage Lake.
it'd be just like Arcade all over again with fucking Friedrich Isle, whatever it's called, Friedrich.
And then when Mortal 2 adds boats, you'll have warships in surrounding
man,
this
I think you're in
Tephra crater.
fantasy land right now.
Hey, Henrik has promised boats for like 10 years.
Yeah, it sounds like we're getting it there sometime
Oh.
within like half a year.
Listen, Rolufe, I know they're paying you a lot, but please.
I mean, even when we do get ships, Sausage Lake is landlocked. There's no fucking ocean-reaching river that connects Sausage Lake to anything.
Unless the ghost ship allows you
Ooh.
to
Yo,
get your ship
Ethereal.
to fly over land, and then you get to land in Sausage Lake.
Spiritist ship, huh?
Exactly,
There
right?
must be some. There must be some massive bridges if you're gonna be able to use boats in there.
Bridges?
Also-
what are you talking about? What?
Like the bridges, they must go quite far up if you're gonna be able to use a boat in the rivers from the Sausage Lake.
Oh yeah.
Just make it a drawbridge.
Also, I'm disappointed in Henrik since he was a UO player. That Buccaneer's Den was a port city, just like Toxai, and it was a red city. And MO1, there was really no guards. It was essentially a red town for Toxai and MO1. They should have made it a real red town in MO2.
You got a red town, GK. It's Port City.
It do be a port city.
Damn. Just shut him up. I can't nothing to say.
Gentlemen, it's been a
Rip.
pleasure. I do need to go.
Okay.
I have an emergency.
All right,
Alright,
no worries.
later,
Have a good one.
Matt.
Thank
Okay.
you. We're gonna end in like
later.
27 minutes, guys, at 2 p.m. for the event and stuff. So, yeah, we only have a little bit more. Did you have something you want to talk about, Viknuss, or?
I did. I don't remember what it was. So it must not have been very important.
Okay. Well, Sneeze wanted us to talk about TC, but I don't know what we can talk about TC because we don't know too much about TC, really.
Bring Sneeze in here. Let him explain it himself.
I know they're adding TC, and they're not adding a way to destroy TC. So
So it's kind of weird.
a guild can build on some shit.
Get
and
them
you can't
messy
do anything
walls
about
out.
it.
Wait, so I know they're adding houses and keeps, but they're actually going to add like territory control with no siege system.
Okay,
Is
so
that what you're saying?
I just, group it all together. It's all fucking TC, dude. It's a TC asset. Maybe you don't have the ability to actually control with a mechanical radius, but you're essentially controlling the area by building an asset there. That's why I just call it all TC.
Yeah, but until there's those systems in place, isn't a keep just going to be a giant house?
Listen, you know what he's saying, man.
I mean, sure, essentially, but you are essentially as well controlling that area. You don't need a mechanical radius to have a house and an ability to fucking launch raids or patrols from a fucking, giant building.
All right.
But yes, it's just gonna be like a big house. Probably, maybe have a priest. We don't know for sure yet.
It is weird to not have siege mechanics in for launch.
It's-
That is weird.
Yeah,
It's-
we will have houses, but not siege mechanics.
It's actually extremely dumb because it's gonna alter like you look back on MO1 history and like this stuff happened because of this. Well, now we're gonna look at MO2, and I'm not even throwing shade when I say this because I'm planning on trying to go for a keep early as possible as well. But you're gonna have an asterisk next to your name for all the people who own the keeps at the beginning for the first 6 months if there's no siege because you weren't really contested other than building it. It was PVE basically.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be like an asterisk next to all these guilds' names who probably worked very hard to build these keeps very early on. So
But
it's
what
just
is
unfortunate.
what do you
An
mean by
asterisk is like
asterisk?
where you're like, oh, they own a keep? Question mark.
Yeah, but
It's
you
like
couldn't destroy
like
it.
yeah, like did you really
You
earn
got
it?
there-
Is what I'm
you
saying.
got there first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
And I'm not throwing shade in any way.
Weird.
That's not the intent at all. I'm just
It's
saying
what'll happen though.
there
It
should
really
be
is.
sieging, and that's how
Yeah, I
people
mean, I
will
agree.
do it. Yeah.
That's like one of the biggest content drivers in Mortal Online 1 was sieges and wars. That was what kept people playing the game.
Yeah, and not only that, but like assuming that they add like TC functions before sieging just because it's easier to code or whatever, now all these keep owners are going to have like this slingshot advantage where like they're just slinging shot in front of like the competition because nobody could get inside their walls or do anything to them and they're farming like 100% safe, right? So it's just it's crazy.
Well,
Hopefully
if you
they
can build
don't
TC
do
walls
that.
everywhere. I heard that you can't, right?
Well,
But
no,
it's
but you'll have
Place
the
walls.
Idea.
you'll be
have a
safer
wall
inside
limit
of keep
of your
walls.
radius.
Yeah, you'll
Yeah,
have
what can you
the
farm inside of there though? That's what I'm saying.
You have to still leave your walls to do anything.
Yeah.
You're not going to build a keep and have everything you need right there. It's the same as living in a fucking city. You're safe in the city, quote unquote.
No, I don't think I said farm. But anyways, yeah, I was just
I
saying
heard
you're 100% safe with inside your keep, which would be you're safer than inside of a blue town that has actual guards, because
Yeah,
there's no
because
way
you
to
can
get
still
inside the
be killed
walls
in the town.
unless someone opens the gates. But
Well, I don't think walls are coming until sieges are here. Like we're not going to get a lot of additional things that we can do with TC until we can siege them. I would hope.
well,
I
I
thought
think we'll
the-
have the
you can
keep
build the-
walls.
Yeah, I thought the keeps are going to have
Yeah, they
preset
keep
walls.
walls, I think.
Like
Yeah, you
old
won't be able to build
MO1,
additional, but you'll have the like the ruined walls will be built. I'm pretty sure with the gate and all.
Yeah, and MO1 keeps had original walls before all the TC stuff, but it was they were
Yeah.
crappy walls, but there were still walls. They were crappy wooden walls.
I don't know. We'll just have to see it once it's implemented. We haven't seen anything about walls yet. We know there's ruins around keep spots, and when you take it, you're
Yeah.
supposedly able to build up the keep. And if that means walls, then I don't know. That's kind of shitty, but
Well, Henrik said we should be calling them castles now because I think it was
Oh,
more
yeah.
inclusive, like one thing.
Yeah, because the strongholds are gonna be bigger than keeps, right?
I think he said they're like the same size.
Because
Like,
I
depending
know
on
in
how
the
big
video
it
the
is.
tier 3 one looked fucking massive.
Yeah,
yeah,
it
so
has
strongholds
three
are
floors,
supposed to be
right?
something entirely separate from a keep. It's supposed to be just like something that you could put out in a fortified palisade or some shit. I don't even know if it's going to have a wall limit or anything like that.
So isn't strongholds technically then those are just the giant houses?
Strongholds are for guilds
so.
that want to build towns that aren't big enough to own keeps, essentially. But he said that they won't have palisade walls. He doesn't want
Okay.
palisades in MO2. They probably will end up with palisades, though.
I
would
hope
think.
not, because walls online ruin roaming PvP.
I mean, I PvP'd plenty when there were plenty of walls.
I had
after
fun with
all,
walls.
con-
No, but it
conflict,
It used to be so much constant PvP before walls happened.
I get RPK
I
didn't use
PvP'd
walls.
way
they
more
used
when the
banks,
walls was
but-
around.
What, Valeen?
I said I get RPK didn't use walls. They use banks, but
No, but the thing is, we didn't even live at the keep. We just had it for boulders.
The amount of times I've chased RPK into their fucking keep spot and they close the door right behind them, dude.
It do be happening.
Yeah, and the thing is, when I was playing again with Ali's leader, and I was doing videos, and I stopped doing videos is because I got pretty much scolded by Ali and Orn that I was making the guild look bad by because I would post our comms and it was fucking terrible, you know.
It was.
But I found it hilarious. It was fucking hilarious shit though.
It was hilarious.
Do you have those videos still or no?
Yeah, they're still on YouTube.
I'd like to see them. If you send them to me, I'll watch them.
It's great, amazing though that they aren't banned on YouTube.
You're surprised that my videos aren't banned?
Yeah.
I know in my email I've gotten a lot of my videos, they've gotten flagged for, I don't know, they got changed to a mature rating or something. I don't know. That's post stuff. You know?
Oh yeah, if you set it allowed for children or intended for children,
I didn't mean to. You
then
know?
it's like intended for like 3-year-olds, you know.
Think I know what I'm doing? I just like record this shit and like, you know, post it online.
Add Force Vortex. That's another thing I have to say.
Oh yeah, because Vortex got added recently. It's all
consensual.
but war isn't consensual.
Oh,
I
I know.
agree.
If they have consensual Vortex, they should have consensual blacklists.
Like if China invades Taiwan, you think Taiwan
That's a
needs to
good one.
consent to it?
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Like, yeah, you don't have to convince me, man. I'm 100% on board. Like, war is not a friendly, like, let's high five and have a fucking beer afterwards. It's, I'm trying to remove your guild from the map.
No, not necessarily. As long as just
Well, I'm saying that's what that's my perception of how a war declaration should be perceived in Mortal Online 2.
You'd end up with a guild like Bandits from Life is Feudal that just Vortex everybody. And just
Yeah,
has
what's wrong
random
with that?
people join.
what's wrong with that though?
I think we already have
Because
that. with RPK.
You would never be safe in a guild in a town unless, like, you know, you had 20 people online at all times.
The fact that
There's
somebody
always
can
that.
hide behind the option to decline in a war in a hardcore MMO like Mortal Online 2, it doesn't make sense to me.
Has he
I
said
would,
if they're changing it or no?
Nope.
He hasn't said at all. Okay.
I would expect that it isn't done yet. It's just
He
like
said
the
it's the
first
version
iteration.
1 war deck system, but he hasn't said they're changing anything as far as
Yeah, that's what
being
I heard.
consensual.
I mean, I'm kind of in agreement. If you're going to be gilded, flying a war banner of your own, why would you be exempt from being hit by another group?
I can't remember who made the thread, but there was someone made a thread on the forums, like with the poll option or whatever. And I like the option of force Wardeck if you have like a keep or a stronghold. I think that is like any kind of like TC asset. I think would be more than fair for like force Wardecks because you're trying to play on the bigger scale of the game. I could see where like guilds who are just trying to play the game casually, maybe like forcing a war deck on them is kind of like silly because you're just going to kill off your own game. But like if you're building like a keep or a stronghold and you're trying to like build like a little palisade or town or build an empire, then you should be completely open to accepting war decks from anybody at that point.
Yeah, I could see that as a good compromise. Like maybe something in the user interface of, if you don't enable your clan for war decks, you're restricted to building houses and that's it. You'll never be able to build TC, none of that shit. So it's like, you have like a group of like 5 buddies or whatever. You're just playing the game casually. You're not involved in wars and politics or whatnot. I can see that, but
Well, I think they should just lock it behind a guild tier system. Maybe by member count. You have so many members, you reach this tier, you can force a war deck against a guild of the equal tier. You can only do that once, you can only take on one. Some shit like that. If you want to play in a small guild of 4 dudes, congrats. You don't have to worry about force war decks. You can even lock it behind like tier 3 guilds get the ability to war deck, and they can only force war deck other tier 3 guilds or some shit. I don't know. There's 1,000 other ways you can implement the system than, hey, you want to go to war with me, dude? Like, that's fucking stupid.
Wouldn't you get around that just by making a bunch of alt guilds and then allying up?
Yeah, I was gonna say you could just have like a 5-man guild with a keep and you can't war deck them, or you know what I mean?
Well,
And
you
then they have their allies
maybe,
defend them.
maybe you would add like a condition to owning a keep. You have to be like a certain tier.
I think just a simple like something in the interface that you can only own houses and no TC. And you can't be allied either to someone that owns, like, say, strongholds, TC, keeps. So it's completely for like the casual people or people that, you know,
I mean, that would
just
get
want
abused
to
as well.
compete.
Guilds like RPK, you could realize your dream. You only have a storage, you know, you just check that little option. You can't be forced war deck, but you go around griefing everybody else in the game.
But we would want a war deck. But if someone didn't want a war deck, yeah, that would be a manipulation.
The community is always going to find a way to exploit shit. All you can do is put more depth into a system to allow it to be less exploitable. Sure, if a fucking giant ass tier 5 guild wants to war deck a tier 3 guild and needs a tier 3 guild to do it, and they make a sub guild, at least they will have around the same members fighting each other in that war deck. I don't know. It
What if they
makes
just
more
make
sense
multiple
to me.
tier 3 guilds?
Because you can only take on one force war deck. That's what I'm saying.
Hmm.
You should
Oh,
only be able to force war deck once. You should only be able to take on a forced war deck one time.
I'm more in
Make an
support
alternate war
of.
deck yourself?
Yeah. Couldn't you do that too? Just war deck yourself.
And if you make two guilds of the same tier, dude, I guess, like I said, anybody will find any way to exploit anything in this fucking game.
But you're in support of the system being at least one forced war deck.
I want to be able to force war deck somebody. Yes.
I'm of the opinion there
least
should
one
be
guild.
unlimited forced war decks.
I mean, then you would get the fucking, that, you know, big ass Zerg mentality, tier 5 guild just forcing war decks on everybody and running trains on them. I don't know, that seems way more, like, not dope to me.
But wouldn't players then rally against?
Would you say it's not very cash money?
I would say it's not very cash money, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, what does cash money mean again?
Means good.
Good.
It's not dope.
Oh.
It's not good.
I think more of the pop is for at least one forced war deck, some sort of system behind it, is what it seems. Especially on that poll, I think that poll was like over 50% for forcing like unlimited war decks even. So they'll probably end up changing it. I think right now, I think they're probably just trying to test the mechanics behind it, as far as like guards making sure they don't attack people in the fucking streets and shit mid war deck and whatnot. I mean, have you
Well,
guys
I've been
noticed any
fighting,
bugs?
No, I've been fighting a war deck for the past 3 days.
Nobody accepts our
been
war
great.
decks.
Just join Battle Bandits, dude.
Yeah, just join Battle Bandits, dude.
Might have to.
You know what, Victus? I thought when like you or Kuthara or whatever would accept the war deck, I thought all these fucking guilds would just join this fucking guild and it would just pop
See, that's
off.
what we expected, and that's what we were excited for. And then we started getting fucking war decks from all these rat guilds, and then they started fucking declining them after they saw how we were treating Battle Bandits and Levia, catching them in their hometown.
Yeah,
gripping
why
them up at
why
the
aren't you
fucking
guys all
priest
grouping up?
nonstop,
Like,
dude.
where's VII? Where's like
Please go
Dreads?
group up, dude.
What dreads?
Dreads? All in Killox right now is in New World.
There's 5 of us, if that.
We
I
would
know,
have
but
to
I'm
group
saying-
up to fight them.
yeah, like why don't you just
Isn't
join the guild? for
New World
PvP?
over?
Ego.
Ego. That's fair.
They got one central guild that whatever they need to get done, they can get done. You're not going to get 3 different guilds to fucking operate that well.
Valeen just hire VII and then they can't refuse.
You think I got 20,000 steel, buddy? I'm poor. I don't pick up a pickaxe.
Damn.
I got 20,000 steel.
Hey, you know who does a lot of mining? RPK.
I mean, I might have had 20,000 steel, but
I always see your guys
Yeah.
mining, Ku, in fucking MK.
Which guys?
Making bank.
I am Reshi for sure. He's like always mining. He's always in full steel.
Reshi? Reshi's
Yeah.
old school. We thought he was dead in real life.
ooh,
And
Wow.
he
Okay.
resurfaced years later.
sounded very excited about that.
That was super relevant. Like that was just random
Oh,
info.
but
Thought he was dead.
Oh, when someone disappears, I
out.
assume they died because it was like this. Oh, it's like, hey guys, I'm gonna go remodel my kitchen. I'll see you guys in 2
I think he
weeks.
did like died plumbing his kitchen. Like,
You know, something fell on him,
Sink fell on his
cracked open his
head.
head.
Yeah.
So he disappeared, and yeah, I've known Reshi for a long time before. Reshi. I was with them. The Fury guys back in the day. Reshi, Garahel, Papito.
I'm curious. I have a question, and this is to everybody, and you all have different answers, I'm sure. Has anyone like received like a message from anyone from like the MO1 stuff, like saying like they're gonna siege your shit? Like, has anyone in here received those types of messages from anyone?
Only in game.
What?
Wait till you get assets.
Oh, like drama
Mostly
from
just people
MO1
from
spilling
different
over?
alliances
Yeah,
and stuff.
like it carrying over to MO2.
Listen, dude, I'll tell you, 3 out of the 6 people here, they put down assets. I'm fucking sieging them.
I wonder who those 3 people could be.
I like the
Right,
concept.
me,
Wait.
Valeen, and
It's all the people without cameras, I think.
Yeah.
No, he's sieging Rolufe. They don't like ID. You kidding me?
They're like best friends, dude.
ID's more hated than us. You kidding
I'll
me?
tell you, I extended my hand graciously to Aralis, and I said, "Hey, Aralis, I didn't like what happened to you in Mortal Online 1. I'll help you out in Mortal Online 2." And you know what he told me?
He said
He
yes.
told me no.
Oh.
So I
What
said,
a man.
okay, Aralis. I'm going to treat you like everybody else then.
No, I think
Rolufe.
Aralis, like when I talked to him last,
Yeah.
like for MO2, he didn't want to get into all the politics again. He was like, I think he's trying really hard to stay out of all that shit.
Dude, let me tell you, Aralis doesn't have the fucking choice to stay out of all of the politics. The politics are
Oh,
going to
no.
follow him. You don't have 9 years of history in another MMO. Go to the sequel and pretend like, hey, everything's fine. Nobody's going to fucking come after me, dude.
Hey,
I
Rolufe.
would be
Everyone to have
disappointed
peace
in
there in
RPK.
MO2.
I would be extremely disappointed in RPK if ID came out and was making moves and RPK didn't do a fucking thing about it. Like, isn't that your mortal enemy, dude? Isn't that the guy that gave you fucking years of content?
Yeah, but
It's gonna
it's
put you in an
content.
early grave with a fucking stress-induced heart attack.
I respect Aralis. I don't hate him.
What did you
I
want
was
to ask, Nicky?
disappointed when he quit the game.
Oh, Killox is saying you should war deck him, Viknuss. He'll come back to the game just for that.
We got one sitting on the stone.
Hey, Rolufe, when
Yeah.
Viknuss sieges you guys, come reach out to me to hire us.
Viknuss sieges.
Yeah. We actually had discussions about that in the guild, like hiring mercenaries.
Because the thing is, mercenaries are more reliable than allies because as long as you're paying the coin, you know we're going to be there. And there's not going to be any drama.
Rolufe, let me drop some knowledge on you real quick, dude. Everybody that was good in RPK left. Don't hire RPK.
All those people that were good in RPK are going to be back in RPK.
Are
in
they,
MO2.
man? I'll believe it when I see it.
Just give them 10 years and they'll be relevant. AFK.
Yeah.
Whenever the game's reduced to 100 people,
can't
sure,
AFK
dude. Maybe
live,
RPK will be
dude.
doing it.
Yeah, you
Viknuss,
guys
who do you
talk all
think
your
are the
shit.
strongest alliances in the game right now?
RPK destroyed the most assets and also was destroyed the most times.
I'd probably say the Kodo, the fucking Meduli Coalition Alliance, probably. the
Kodo
strongest
Old
alliance
Guard?
in the game. Yeah, they have a
probably.
couple other guilds in there, but they can field some numbers.
But
Yeah,
My
Kodo
alliance
and
is a
Old Guard
fucking-
for
just
how long?
by themselves are big numbers. Kodo's gonna be huge at launch, dude. Like all those players that come back, dude. They like every time I go to look at his Discord, his lobby chat has like 50 new messages. Like people just like continuously joining that Discord, whether it's like people like other guilds or like new members. But like, yeah, they're gonna
Yeah,
have fat numbers at launch.
I just
It's
saw
not
a
just
screenshot-
vets
amazed
too. It's
that
like
they have
young
them.
new players, which is really cool.
I just saw a screenshot of them walking in the Tindrum, all on horses. There's like 40 or 50 of them.
Yeah.
There's 35 of them.
damn.
Yeah.
They're chasing me right now, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm getting reports on
Yeah.
the in-game, but there's a big group of Levia and Battle Bandits in Tindrum, and they all just got fucking wiped and are at the Priest by my boys right now.
Oh Jesus.
Dang.
Oh,
What
I know.
were the numbers?
Kota never was around for a long time though. They come in, they do a big fight or something, and then they disappear for a few months. Everyone splits up
Ooh.
into different guilds, and
Getting spicy.
whenever Kufara is back, everyone just leaves whatever guild they're in and comes back.
I'm pretty sure Kuthara is gunning for ID still, pretty hard. The last time I spoke to him
he
about it.
is.
He's going to be sorely
Uh,
disappointed, I think.
I don't know if
ID,
anyone
Dread,
cashed.
Eli. Cathara's coming for all
Seven
of them, man.
sins. Yeah. What's all that?
I'm focusing mostly on the rat population, dude. Those are my guys. Those are the guys I like to fucking dunk.
Am
Rat
I a
population, you mean like
constituent of the
RPK?
rat
I'm waiting for
population?
it.
Yeah, what is the definition?
Yeah,
Am
is Aku a rat? I haven't figured this out yet. Is RPK
I
rats?
thought I'm a cockroach.
RPK is a rat.
Yeah,
I think they
cockroach.
do signify more as a cockroach because they just can't die. You know what I mean? Like you blow up their shed, they build it up. Like
Yeah,
They
the
have
number of
died,
times
dude.
that we've sieged their shit.
How have we
it's
died?
amazing. They still just rebuild.
We've been playing other games since the death of MO1.
Every
And we're
guild
all
who
still
dies
together.
is playing other games, dude.
True.
Not unless they go paint their kitchen.
yeah, whether they just quit
Hey.
gaming.
Hey, Reshi was found alive. He was
I mean,
found
I get
alive
it.
this year.
Everybody wants to save face. Hey, we didn't lose. We just went to go play another game. Okay, dude. Whatever you say.
There's no breaks.
Just
in
taking
MO.
a break, bro.
There's just L's.
Just big old fat losses, dude.
He's talking about, everyone gets their shit blown up.
You hand them
RPK has
out.
been blown up more times
You get 'em
than any
done.
fucking guild in the game. But it
Yeah, I
always
think
motivated.
RPK got the number one on that one.
I remember there was times where a Guildstone got popped twice in one day. There's a number of days like that.
Wasn't us, was it?
Who knows? The fucking list is forever, of everyone that will rally for a storage siege. More people will show up for that than a fucking keep siege. It's
Yeah, I
fuck-
know that I was sieging your guys' stuff before I joined ID.
My shit was getting blown up by ID before I even made RPK, when I was a solo red living out of Medullii.
Aku, now that I know more about you, I'm not even surprised, to be honest with you, and I mean that in a nice way.
Kodo used to keep a ghost scout in my storage to see when I would log in. I would have to leave the storage immediately upon logging in because a gank squad would be coming.
That's how you do it right there, man.
Yeah, I'm
And I
not.
was just a solo player.
It's
I'm not-
dedication.
I'm not looking forward to the politics of MO2, like for personally. But God, is it going to be funny to watch everything unfold in the first
Oh,
6
I am.
months?
I'm so stoked.
Politics.
Yeah, I don't like being involved, but I
Politics are
like
actually
watching it.
fun.
It's like,
Politics
you're a
is
rat.
Mortal Online too.
You're a
Mortal
Zergling.
Online.
It is that, yeah. Shut up, rat.
You're a rat. You're a Zergling.
The politics in MO, it can be quite fun.
You're a loot bag.
Quite often, it's just a headache.
That's why you don't do allies.
Yeah, I was gonna say it probably becomes more of a headache the more allies you have, right? Because you're fighting fights that have
I
nothing
mean,
to do with you, and dealing with drama that probably
We
has
had a
nothing
lot
to do
of
with
problems with that in MO1 in ID because we had allies like RLC, Eli, and Dread, and
Those guys
they
suck.
had like other enemies with other guilds
I
that
agree.
we were basically friendly with. So we basically sieged a bunch of like anti-RPK guilds because of it.
My recommendation for Aralis, since you guys like to farm lots of resources and money
you.
and all
Hire a
that
merc
stuff,
guild.
do no allies.
Hire
Just
VIO.
do your thing, wherever you guys want to be. And if anyone does siege you, you just hire a bunch of merc guilds.
Wow.
Goddamn, you nailed that
Shocker,
to the
dude.
floor, Nobody's gonna fucking hire you, Aku. Give it up.
Oh,
man.
sure, sure. You know how many countless sieges? A lot of our sieges
That was a long
were
time ago.
merc contracts.
Long time ago, dude.
Are you saying
Yeah.
Aku's washed up?
Those
I'm
contracts
saying
need
he's
to be
washed
like
up, man. He's
official.
lost his edge.
No, we're doing fine in other games. It's a shame. Last
Sick,
Oasis,
and I'm glad you're doing fine in other games. I don't give a fuck about your other games, dude.
we would still be playing Last Oasis if the population did die. That was a shame. I really liked that game.
This place is
I
fucking.
only heard that like 10,000 player Chinese guilds destroyed the game.
No, it was fun killing the Chinese. It was like Lord of the Rings. You know when the orcs, it's waves of orcs coming against. It'll be like,
Careful.
careful about what? It's Chinese. It's hilarious. They don't know any English besides China number one, China number one, and you're slaying them, just hordes of Chinese.
Wait,
Fucking
Aku,
great.
what did that person say? You said we'll break their weapon durability with our bodies.
Oh
So-
yeah, this chick named Lovecraft.
Wow.
Their weapons shall break upon our bodies. Their bows will run out of arrows.
While they were getting priest camp, that's what he is referring to.
Oh my god! In
Oh,
Last
shit.
Oasis, I pretended I was Chinese, and people thought RPK in Last Oasis was a Chinese guild.
Oh.
By coincidence, we landed up having the same flag on our ships as the Chinese. It wasn't planned that way. Well, at least one of the Chinese clans, because we had the butt cheeks as our flag on the ships.
Okay.
They programmed Last Oasis had that as an option to have a fucking butt cheeks as the sails on your ship. You know, who's not
Nice.
gonna do that? And
Did anyone clap them?
anyone want them? Oh, clap the
Did they
butt
clap them? Yeah.
But I would be
Clapping cheeks.
when I'm killing people in Last Oasis, I'll be like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna try number one, try to win know."
And
I
on
said,
that note, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it
Yeah,
up. 2 p.m. guys.
I said other stuff that
Yeah.
would get banned off your channel.
yeah. No,
Good
it's
for you.
the event's gonna be starting soon, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up so I can attend to it and stuff. But I had a lot of fun with you guys. It's been very interesting. This was like by far the most political podcast I've had. I'm gonna try to actually do a full-on political podcast next weekend. I'm gonna reach out to certain people like guild leaders and stuff, and we're gonna try and get some big names on that one. So yeah.
Also, does anyone know if the Chinese are allowed to play MO2?
All right, man. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later.
Later,
Alright.
Victus.
Peace out.
Yeah,
I
I'm
assume so.
gonna
Yeah.
go ahead and shut it down though, boys, because I gotta
Alright.
get out of here real quick.
Peace out, boys.
But thank you
Peace.
guys.
Thanks for the invite, Hudson.
Yeah, no worries.
I know to play Life is Feudal, you need a Chinese citizen's ID now.
I hope the Chinese
It's
are.
literally ridiculous.
I'm just gonna go ahead and end the convo there. But oh, my banner word's open. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate it. I'm actually gonna be switching over to my Twitch channel to stream the event. Henrik's streaming it. I'm sure you guys are gonna go watch him too. So, but thank you guys for everybody watching. We're gonna have the next podcast on Saturday, next weekend. So if you guys want